And welcome back to D15 today on 92.5 Phoenix FM. And with myself and Brian in the studio is the lovely and dainty, and it lives up to your blog, Dainty Dress Diaries, is Catherine Curtin.
Hello.
Welcome, Catherine.
Thanks for having me. Oh my God.
Yeah, I know, you were so nervous, and I was saying, don't.
I've never done radio.
We're just having a chat, and you're going to tell us all about what you do. Yeah. Catherine, you've got a blog, Dainty Dress Diaries.
Yes.
So, first of all, I follow your Dainty Dress Diaries blog, and for a young girl, I'd be like, where is this coming from? Because
thank you.
Most young girls like all high gloss cabinets, all modern, all totally minimalist, and that's most of the girls I know, the younger people I know, but they wouldn't have the taste that you have, which is absolutely so admirable.
Yeah, I love like anything kind of like more cottagey, more classic, more kind of old school. I love my like china teacups. I love upcycling furniture. I basically, when I wanted a house, I really wanted a cottage, but I couldn't afford a cottage, so I bought a house and tried to make it like a cottage.
But it's a bungalow, isn't it? It's like
I got like a dormer bungalow, and it's quite modern. Like it's not like a new build, but it's not an old one, so there's no like thatch roofs or nothing like that. So I just kind of changed it to be like my style. So after buying my house, I literally hadn't got a penny left. As you know, when you buy a house, you have no money left.
Yeah.
I actually think I had like €1,000 left, and I had to buy like a fridge, a cooker, and all of the boring stuff. So I really, really wanted like cute furniture, and I went into the furniture shop, and I was so ignorant. I didn't know that furniture was really, really expensive.
Yeah.
So when I went in, I was like, oh my God, like I can't afford this. So that's when I got into upcycling furniture and just putting my own stamp on things. And literally everything now in my house is secondhand. I think I bought one little table full price from a shop. Everything else is like secondhand and just upcycled.
Pre-loved, as they like
pre-loved,
to say now.
yes, pre-loved.
But what does upcycling mean for the uninitiated? What does it actually mean?
Sorry, Brian.
Yeah. We just assume everyone knows what we're talking about. Go on. So basically, for me, upcycling is just taking something old and recycling it and turning it into something new or something different. So it could be taking, I don't know, a few jam jars that you're going to throw out and turn them into vases. Or it could be like taking a TV unit that's in someone's skip. I love rummaging through people's skips.
I'm terrible at that.
Oh my God, is that legal?
I have to bring somebody with me to do sketch just
Actually,
in case,
do you know what the rule is? If you do see a skip, because someone had asked me that, if you see a skip, once you ask permission from whoever, once you knock on the door, you can take it. Don't just take from the skips. But not
I still get somebody to do sketch in case anybody I know.
Yeah, no, I do take sketch just in case if it's late at night and I see a chair and a skip. Like.
And has anybody ever said no?
No, but they do all of a sudden have an interest in their junk. They're like, why is she taking that chair that's in my skip? What does she see that I don't? So all of a sudden they kind of start looking through their skip going, what's in there? But yeah, it's great. Summer is a great time for the skips because everyone's clearing out the houses for summer, and Christmas. They're the two times it's really good for getting secondhand furniture. So yeah, I would just look on secondhand sites and locally, and if you ask like your friends and family, they're really good. I think Irish people are great at, if they're throwing something out, they'll say, ask so-and-so, see if she wants that. Or I think we're good like that. Yeah. So that's kind of how I got my hands on a lot of the furniture. A lot of the stuff is free. You know?
But what about the actual process then?
So basically, I use a lot of different paints. Chalk paint is really, really popular at the moment, and it's had a bit of a comeback.
I'm not over the chalk paint.
Yeah, when you start out, you kind of start on chalk paint, but there's like satinwoods, eggshell, and just furniture paints, and sprays and different like oils, different effects. So it's basically just finding something you like. I use a lot of satinwood and use chalk paint on smaller pieces. Yeah. I've experimented with everything. I actually painted my fridge as well.
Tell them what colour did you paint it?
I painted it like candy pink. Well, no, it's like a blush pink. So I painted my fridge. I sprayed that.
Well, what material is your fridge made out of?
It was it's like a plasticky one. You know the way fridges are metal and it has like the plastic coating on it. So I use like a special. Basically, my phrase is you can paint anything once you have the right primer. And prep.
Okay.
Almost anything can be
that's what I was going to ask you. What's involved before you actually do the painting?
So basically, I have 3 steps that I live by, and it's prep, prime and paint. They're my 3 golden rules if anyone asks me for anything: prep, prime, and paint.
3 Ps.
3 Ps. So prep, I always scrub everything down with like sugar soap and give it a light sand. And I have loads of like YouTube videos and stuff on all that boring stuff. And then prime, majority of everything I would prime. A lot of the paint manufacturers and chalk paints advertise as no need to prime. However, from experience, and I've had a few paint disasters, I would always prime, especially old furniture.
What is prime?
Priming is like an undercoat, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, and it stops.
Special, yeah.
Yeah, it stops. It gives your piece like longer life. And
yeah, it's
yeah,
like
so
yeah, it is. It's like you can.
it's like insurance on your paint
like
piece,
bins.
isn't it?
Interbin is good.
Yeah.
And you know, it might be a bit more expensive, but it's good
in the long term.
But
Yeah.
it's the best one.
Any big jobs I always like I painted my kitchen cabinets, the fridge, the fireplace. I painted everything, both
Yeah.
the big pieces. I always make sure I prime them.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I did. I painted my kitchen presses as
Yeah, it's
cabinets
great.
as well. But
The difference.
I do on my own building now and stuff.
Do
like
you?
that. Yeah.
I'm starting to get a little bit into the using the
Can you
power
get there?
tools, but yeah, I'm getting a bit better at doing. I'd love to do like a carpentry course or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Well, see, I would if I were you, because that's what I
Yeah.
always say. If I was younger,
Yeah.
I would have done apprentice carpentry.
Because sometimes I could be
Definitely.
like doing a chair or something. I'm like, do you know what? If I could just saw that leg off or something, but I just don't have the confidence to pick up the power tool. But I think carpentry could be next.
I started off when I was like yourself.
Yeah.
You know, I had to do it raising kids on my
Yeah.
own. I was like, well, and you can't afford it, so you
Yeah.
have to get into it. And
Yeah.
it just kind of, it was something I think that was just second nature for me to get into.
That's what a
you
lot
know?
of people say, like years ago, that's what they kind of did. Whereas I think nowadays everyone just buys things, and it's such a disappointment because they just go to, you know, the big Scandinavian shops who I won't name, and they just buy cheap
Oh, yeah,
furniture,
flat pack.
you know,
Yeah.
flat pack. And I just think, no, like, use your imagination. Like when you walk into my house, you can't go, oh, she got that in that shop, she got that, because I got it from a skip
Yeah,
and I painted
and you
it,
did
and
it.
it's
You
like
put your stamp on
yeah,
it.
and you can make your house your own. You can use like the same colours and stuff, and you're not trying to match up different pieces from different shops. You're just putting your own stamp.
But do you not have
on
to
your
have a
house.
certain talent for it? I mean,
No,
you could start out and just end up with a hodgepodge and a mess, no?
I think
I think I
Faith in
would.
yourself there, Brian.
Well, actually, here's a good tip. If you, because I didn't know when I was starting to decorate my house what kind of style I really wanted. I had an idea in my head,
Right.
and some wise person told me to make a mood board.
That's what you
And
do, yeah.
So you can go on Pinterest or look in interior magazines and just don't think about it. Just pull all the things you're naturally drawn to, all the pictures, and put them all together either on a physical mood board or on Pinterest. And then look through the style, and you will see your natural style there in front of you.
Right.
And that's how you get a feel for your kind of style of decor. And that's what I did. And then when I pulled all the stuff together, it was all pink, floral, shabby chic, all pastel and neutral, whereas someone else could do it and it could be like greys and yellows and mustards.
Yeah.
So that's how you find your own style. Do a mood board, and
Except
that's where
that
you
in
start.
your house, I'm sensing, right, and I haven't met Catherine before,
No.
it's only your style that counts.
Yes.
What about if there are two people in a house and one person
Yeah, it
has
was
one
always
style?
that's something I want to ask.
Okay.
What does your partner think it is?
So you're not the only person in the house.
Now
You're
you
the
see.
you're the boss.
So-
You're the
She
boss
might
in
be
the
the
house.
boss.
Is that
Okay,
it?
He has to be in there. Like
he's
with you.
brainwashed now.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I would say what I should say is you should compromise, right? You should compromise with your decor, and it should be practical. However, I just do things, and like
And he arrives home.
he actually, it took him a good while to notice the fridge was pink because it all just blends in. And he's like, did you change the colour of the fridge? And I was like, yeah, I done that like last week, because like it's just all the one palette. He comes in now and he doesn't even notice if I've changed something. But yeah, it's good to have a man in the house to do the likes of the wallpapering and the painting and stuff on the walls and stuff. I stick to the furniture and everything else. But yeah, you should compromise. However, I do get a lot of women going, how do you like get to have such a floral pink house? And I'm like,
Yeah.
well, I just do it. But there'll be a lot of people divorced now if they take my advice. Compromise.
He loves you, that's why. So
yeah.
Have you not even designated a little man cave for him?
God, no. Well, he could, like, if
you
it
turn the shed into one.
Well, actually, my shed is a pastel shade as well. I painted the shed.
Good God.
I painted the fence. Like, I did have a pink shed, but then my fence blew away in like storm whatever 2 years ago, right? And I had to put a fence back together, and we painted it like it's like a purpley pink. So I painted the shed like green to match. Yeah. But no, there's nothing masculine about my house at all.
Would your neighbours ever object?
No, because actually my neighbour's really good. She has a blue shed. So my neighbour actually, it's like she's caught the bug. And my neighbour's actually really good. She does a lot of upcycling in her house as well. Yeah. But no, from the outside looking in, you wouldn't know what's inside. I've loads of trinkets and stuff in the garden. But from the outside looking in, they wouldn't notice too much. But I was painting tyres last week to make his plant pots.
I seen that in the blog.
And my neighbours were kind of like, because they like seen me rolling these tyres into the garden, and me in a tea dress, and I'm rolling these
where did you get tyres? Just go down to the local
my little brother actually is a mechanic.
Oh right.
But he was saying actually the like tyre people, the ones that are really bad, because they recycle them and it costs them.
Yeah, that's right.
They'll actually give you them if you just ask. Don't go robbing tyres now.
Halloween.
Oh God.
Go yeah. Off the bonfires on Halloween.
Save the tyres from the bonfires and turn them into flower pots. So yeah, my neighbours were like, oh, there's your one again, where painting in the garden, painting tyres. I think they just know at this stage.
If anybody wants to get involved, and have any questions to ask Catherine,
ask me questions.
Just text in 085 1050 181. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, and I'd love to hear if other people are doing it as well, because obviously like when I put stuff on Facebook, there's more and more people say, oh, I done that, I love doing that as well, but it's not a kind of, not that it's frowned upon, but people are kind of, oh, that's second hand type thing. So I'd love to know if more women are kind of doing it and getting thrifty and, you know.
Do you not think, Catherine, that people are starting to come around? Because
I think so.
And I think, the downturn back in 2006, 2007, that kind of turned people around.
Yeah.
And I was thinking at the time, God, if I had the money, I'd love to open a big second-hand, pre-loved warehouse of furniture and upcycled, furniture and stuff like that. I would love to do it.
I have noticed the prices, because a few people are asking lately the prices. People have caught on a little that are selling second-hand furniture, and some of the shops, the prices are going up a little on second-hand furniture.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you have to kind of watch.
Just
it's
be smart.
About shopping around, isn't it?
Don't be afraid to haggle as well.
We're going to come back now in a few minutes. We're just going to go and have a little ad break, so we'll be back in a few.
Okay.
You're listening to Phoenix FM, community radio for Dublin 15.
Spire Vision Studio and Print Lab. Make your first impression count with headshots only €99. Passport photos from just €7.99. For bookings, email info@spirevisionstudio.com or drop in to 5 Upper O'Connell Street. Spire Vision, your memories, our vision.
Does your gas boiler need to be serviced? If so, then don't miss this amazing special offer. Have your gas boiler fully serviced for just €69. That's right, a full service for only €69. Call Dublin Plumbers Co-op now on 01 823 2324. Terms and conditions apply.
How are you, Bill?
Alright.
Up to on Friday evening. Fancy catching a movie? Maybe a cheeky little pint?
Sounds good. How about a bite to eat in Flanagan's on O'Connell Street?
Oh yeah, I hear good things. What's it like?
Well, the food is only mighty. The service is excellent. Great prices too.
That sounds like a winner to me. That's Flanagan's, 61 O'Connell Street Upper. See flanaganisdublin.com for more details. Are you a local business owner? Have you always dreamed of having your very own ad on the radio but thought it would be too expensive?
Well, not anymore. We are offering affordable advertising packages to all local businesses.
Contact our sales team on 087 255 3783.
92.5 Phoenix FM. Backing local business.
DFM Property Services in the Castleknock Village Shopping Centre, providing all you need for property sales, lettings, valuation and management. specialising in houses and apartments in Castleknock, Dublin 15 and Dublin City. For further information, see dfm.ie or call 821 5888. That's 821 5888.
The Mandarin Castle, Chinese restaurant and takeaway. Open 7 days a week, serving a wide range of modern and classic Chinese dishes. Enjoy our relaxed atmosphere or order right to your home.
The Mandarin Castle, Unit 10, Castleknock Village Centre. Call 820-4775. That's 820-4775. Or order from justeat.ie.
Broadcasting from the Blanchardstown Centre. This is Phoenix FM.
Welcome back to D15 today on 92.5 Phoenix FM, and in the studio we have Catherine.
Hello.
And continuing.
Still here.
Yes, still here. And we are actually absolutely enjoying our conversation
having
here, even off
the
air.
yaps.
Yeah.
And I'm learning a lot.
Yes. And I was just going to say, Brian, what's the story? We have to get a tool belt for you and maybe some tools, power ones, you know.
Yeah, that'd be fine. I wouldn't have to use them though.
Oh, would you know? Have you never, done anything,
Yeah, I've hung the occasional picture on a wall.
Here, come
Now,
on.
are you one of them men that you'll ask to hang a mirror or a picture or do something, and it's about 3 months later, and you're still
Maybe not
doing
3
it?
months, but it could take me a whole day. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Because I'd be there, I'd be measuring, and I'd be, is it exactly
Yeah, I noticed
right?
that.
And
I kind of like to go with my eye and slightly measure, but I do notice men like to measure about 10 times, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, just drill it in the wall.
There's a saying.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What we say is measure twice, cut once.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough.
That's
an
I'll
old
take that
saying.
on board.
But
No, I
like,
wouldn't
man,
count
would you
myself
not-
as handy. No, I'm not. You know,
No.
probably just because I just haven't done enough. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you like it's very therapeutic and very
yeah.
how do you a lot of
What are you
pride in
saying?
when
Do
you
you think I
that you
need
get.
therapy?
Well, you can take up gardening, you're grand.
Yeah. I actually find upcycling, I was doing it as like a hobby and because I wanted the pre-furniture. But I did notice that after a while from doing it, I did notice it was like a therapy thing because, and like, I call it the crafter's buzz.
Satisfaction.
Yeah. So like, I could be making a piece and like, everything goes through its ugly stage, I say, when you've washed it and you've primed it and the first coat goes on and it's not looking too pretty. But then you put on like the second or third coat and you're putting the bit of fabric on the chair and all of a sudden you get this like buzz of like, oh my God, it's coming together.
Yeah.
It's creating. And you do get a sense of like achievement and you do get that kind of good feels.
Ah, yeah, I can totally understand
so
that.
yeah, I do find it really kind of relaxing.
And I
do
find
something.
I've learned patience.
Oh, yeah.
Patience. You have to learn patience when you're doing anything like that because especially if you're like yourself, I can see the finished product in my mind's eye and I'm like, and if it was for somebody else or you're doing something for somebody else and you're trying to explain to them and they're like, no, I can't see that. No, that doesn't.
Yeah.
And it's just trust me. You
I have
know?
the vision.
Yeah, but I remember doing tube chairs one
yeah.
time, and I did one for myself and one for my best pal, and I remember it was the first time I got these 2 tube chairs for nothing.
Yeah.
And they were leather, like, and the worst part of everything, and I was losing the will to live, was de-stapling all the staples.
Fabric is hard. Yeah, I have upholstered 1 or 2 small things, but like to do a chair is it's really hard. I done sewing lessons as well, and I do sew, but when it comes to big pieces like chairs, they can be stressful.
I literally, like, I had to learn patience because I knew because I was using stripy fabric first.
Oh yeah.
And it was like I had to learn patience because otherwise,
The fact that it's stripy, what does that? What
because
difference
you
does
have to
that
keep
make?
it all in line. You can't go off, like, you know, you have to keep it all in line. And it absolutely turned out fantastic, I have to say myself.
Labour of love.
Yeah. But do you find that when you're doing something that you cannot wait to see it finished,
Yeah.
and you'd stay all day at it or all night if you
Hours
could?
can pass when, and all of a sudden it could be 1 a.m. and you're in work the next day, but you're in work and you're thinking about that chair at home.
Yeah.
That's disassembled in your kitchen waiting to be painted. Yeah, your mind does. You do kind of get obsessed with it. It's like a buzz. Yeah.
So
You'll get addicted to it.
So what had you start up? Why did you start up Dainty Dress Diaries? And where did you get the name from and how did that all start up?
Picking a blog name is the hardest thing to do, right? So I remember sitting and working, what will I call my blog? Because like at the time I wasn't furniture upcycling. I was in the process of buying my house. But upcycling wasn't in my mind at that time. So I wanted to be a fashion blogger, which wasn't going to happen because I just wear dresses. So I was like, I want to share my cute dresses. But I'm like petite and, you know, so then I was trying to come up with words. So we came up with the word dainty because I didn't want to say like small, petite. And then we were like, oh, dainty, yeah, I am dainty. And then cutie footy. So then dresses. And then I was like, okay, well, I wear dresses, so dainty dress. And I was like, oh, I'll just put diaries at the end because then I can like blog about anything.
Yeah.
So I would be on Instagram and I would share pictures of my like tea dresses or whatever. When I look back, they were horrific. God, it'd be like me standing in my kitchen with like on a tripod. Anyway, and then I started getting into the whole decor end of things, and I would share my furniture upcycle pictures on Instagram, and loads of people would ask me how I done it. And then I was kind of not sick of replying the same thing to people, but I said, you know what, it'll be easier if I can write this down in a blog on a website that I can say, well, have a read at that.
Yeah.
And that's exactly how it started. So then
Yeah.
I just started sharing all my like upcycled DIY posts as well as fashion posts. And everything is kind of just done in like that kind of more tea dress vintage, shabby chic kind of style. I'm not really like too modern, if that makes sense. Just love the tea dresses and the kind of vintage decor. But that's literally how it started. And then like my blog is about 3.5 years old. It'll be 4 around Christmas time. And it's just kind of grown from there, as well as all
And
of
you've
the stuff
loads
in my...
and loads and loads and loads of followers.
God, it just grows. And it's mad how I love seeing anyone who kind of follows me has the same like interest, because I would be quite niche really. And it's lovely to see so many people have that same love for like
So how
old
many is
things.
loads of followers?
I have 32, I think, thousand on Instagram.
Oh my God.
And then
Yeah.
YouTube, I really gotten into YouTube this year. And I think I have about 9,000 over there.
Wow.
And then I have like, I get good readership on my blog. I get a lot of traffic through Pinterest because a lot of people search, how do I make this? And I get a lot of traffic from that.
And you've been nominated.
Yeah, I got in it. I was nominated for Interior Blog Award. I actually was nominated last year, and I went to London, and that was really good. They had a free bar, and I honestly didn't think, yeah,
Happy day, that's all you want.
and I didn't think I was going to get invited back. So when I got nominated again this year, I was like, oh, okay, it mustn't have been that bad with the free bar last year. So that's in London, and they're in the Design Academy or the Design Gallery, I don't know. They're quite big. The guys from, is it Sophie from that Great British Interior Design show?
Oh, right, yeah.
She's the host as
I
well
watched
as the
that,
other
yeah.
chap. I can never think of their names.
Oh, yeah. Tall guy.
Tall guy with the
Yeah,
glasses.
yeah. He was at it.
He is going to be presenting it with her
wow.
this year. Yeah, she presented it last year, which was really good. It was nice just to go to London and to go somewhere
I know,
fancy.
yeah.
I'm
Where
not
was
really.
it on?
Yeah, but could have been nominated. Come on.
Yeah,
know.
and actually this year there's been more Irish blogs nominated. Last year there wasn't a lot of Irish blogs, whereas this year I know of a couple more Irish girls who've been nominated, which is amazing.
Yeah.
In the same area of fashion or
Yeah,
design
and there's
and
DIY and
Right.
yeah, there's a girl from Cork. She is in the DIY category, and then there is a girl from Northern Ireland as well. I think she's in DIY or lifestyle as well. So yeah, it's good to see more
So
Irish
if
people in
anybody
it.
wants to vote for you,
If they want to vote for me, I think I have a link on my Facebook page. I'm not good at the tech either, but I think
know.
it's on my Facebook
you'd be
page.
a bit better than me now. So on your Facebook page,
Facebook page.
Dainty Dress Diaries
Yeah,
Facebook page.
yeah.
So
And then
if anybody wants to get to search it,
Sneaky
it's
vote.
Dainty Dress Diaries, and go on the link
Yeah.
and vote for Catherine. And I think you all should vote for Catherine.
do you know what?
She
I'm
well
always
deserves
the
it.
nominee, never the winner. Like even in
I
the
know. I was nominated this year for a non-air award, but I wasn't so lucky. Maybe next year.
maybe.
But the fact that you're nominated.
Yeah, that's it.
That is a
someone
good thing.
Yeah, I'm always just like, I just get excited when someone comments on my work. I'm like, someone actually reads it, because when you blog or you put anything out into the internet, a lot of it gets unnoticed or ignored. So when someone actually comments, there's so much on the internet, like so much noise. When someone comments saying, "Oh, I love this, I done this as well," I'm like, "Oh yay, someone read my stuff. That's great." Like I get a buzz.
What is the process of trying to building 30,000 followers? How do you do that?
It's hard work, and people think it's actually easy, but it's not.
Yeah.
And there is there is a lot of people setting up like blogs at the moment, and a lot of people do give up because they see the hard work that goes into it.
Yeah.
So basically, when I am writing a blog post, first of all, I have to document what I'm doing. So if it's upcycling a piece or like painting my kitchen, I obviously physically have to paint my kitchen and document the process. So I'm stopping to take photos, to film.
And hold on, you have to look nice in them.
And you
as
have
well.
to look nice. You have
Not
to
like
put your face
sweaty
on.
Bessie, in our painting gear here.
Well, Catherine always wears dresses, even when she's
dress in
painting
a
her
bit, yeah.
kitchen.
Do you wear dresses when you're
a few-
painting?
I do, yeah. I
know,
have,
really?
and I cut the grass as well with my little dress on. Yeah, my little runners.
Yeah, I'm getting the sense. Dainty Dress Diaries, I think that gives it away.
Yeah, I couldn't be doing it in my sloppies now. So, yeah.
In case the neighbours are looking.
God, yeah. So yeah, you have to document the process, and then when you have it all put together, you have to edit your photos or your videos, and then you have to write and spell check and all of that good stuff. And then, yeah, it's a couple of hours on the laptop then, and then you put it out to publish it on your website, but then you have to promote it. So you promote it on your social channels, so like your Instagram, Facebook. That's a job in itself.
What do you mean by promoting it? How do you actually promote it?
Oh, so like posting pictures on Instagram, engaging with people, replying to comments, you know, getting all your pictures for the week. So I would post like twice a day on my Instagram, maybe once, twice a day on Facebook. YouTube, I try and put a video up once a week. But you have to remember, I'm doing this all with like having a full-time job.
How are you doing it? Like,
I don't know.
Because I find when you go on Facebook and you're doing anything, before you know it, like there's an hour or two gone.
You have to limit your time, and you really have to be good with your time. So when everyone is kind of sitting watching Coronation Street, I'm out with the paintbrush or I'm online. It's just a passion.
So you don't get to watch much telly?
I don't really watch much telly, no.
No. Not in the background there.
I literally just make sure in the evening, like come 9, 10 o'clock, I just sit down for an hour by myself, no phone, no internet, no nothing, and just have that as me time. But yeah, it's hours after work. And it's hours during the day, replying to comments, uploading photos, editing, all of that good stuff, yeah. So it takes a long time to build a following. It doesn't happen overnight.
And now that you have such a big number of followers, is there another step then after that? Or
I definitely would love to grow it, that it becomes possibly a job, or that I can give more time to it to grow it. Because right now, like my job, I have a full-time job. But I would love to get to a point where my full-time job possibly is my part-time job, and this could be like a
so
job.
You mean that you'd actually earn money from it?
Yeah. So this year I've started to monetize slightly, but the good thing about having a full-time job is I'm not stuck to what jobs I can take on through my blog, so I can literally just promote the things that I really, really love. You know, so.
I have to say now, if you're passionate about something, like, and I would be the same as yourself with interior design and DIY and upcycling and that, but and as we were saying earlier on, passing skips and stuff like that, or even if you go into somebody's house and you're looking at something and going, you know,
I'd be nervous bringing her into my house.
Well, believe it or not, now actually a lot of if your friends know, and my friends know me, so, and I've done work for my friends, like to help them out and whatever, and which is grand and handy to be able to do. But you'd go into somebody's house and go, I can see potential in that now. I'd to change that, and you'd be trying to say to them, would you not, you know, that be, they were thinking of throwing it out, like, or giving it to such and such, and I'd say, no, keep it, you know. And and if they were throwing it out, I'd love to take it, but I've no room.
I'm the same. Yeah, my shed has like 2 coffee tables, 4 chairs. Like, it's ridiculous because I can't say no. But that's another tip: is not everything that's free is worth taking. If that
my
makes
shed
sense.
is full of stuff.
Oh, stop.
Full of stuff. But anyway, we're going to take a break and we'll be back in a few.
Yes.
You're listening to Phoenix FM, community radio for Dublin 15.
You've earned your qualification. You've invested time and you've invested money. So how do you make your qualification speak for itself? Get listed on certifiedtradesandprofessionals.com. We certify all listings and cross-check all qualifications. Reassure clients that you're the real deal. Protect new and existing customers against qualification fraud. CertifiedTradesandProfessionals.com, the elite directory for qualified people. Get listed and get the green light for your qualifications.
Nostra Systems are an expanding business in the IT sector based in Strawberry Beds, Lucan. We are currently recruiting engineers to work as part of our expanding team of professionals in the IT sector. For details, contact 293 6936 or email careers@nostra.ie. Relevant experience required.
Does your boiler need replacing? Dublin Plumbers Co-op are Dublin 15's #1 plumbing and heating company. Replace your old boiler with a new A-rated high-efficiency boiler from only €1,599. Call Dublin Plumbers Co-op now on 01 823 2324. Terms and conditions apply.
CT2 Menswear Suit Hire and Sales on Blanchardstown Main Street, offering stylish suits at affordable prices, specialising in weddings as well as a whole range of other functions. CT2 Blanchardstown Main Street. Call 640-8628. That's 640-8628. Like us on Facebook at CT2 Suits. How are you, Bill?
All right.
Uptown on Friday evening. Fancy catching a movie? Maybe a cheeky little pint?
Sounds good. How about a bite to eat in Flanagan's on O'Connell Street?
Oh yeah, I hear good things. What's it like?
Well, the food is only mighty. The service is excellent. Great prices too.
That sounds like a winner to me. That's Flanagan's, 61 O'Connell Street Upper. See flanagan'sdublin.com for more details.
Broadcasting from the Blanchardstown Centre. This is Phoenix FM.
welcome back to D15 today. And we're still having our chat with Catherine. And we were just talking, myself and Catherine were talking to Brian here, because as you all know, Brian is going to be a first-time daddy in January.
That's right.
And we were just saying now, what's the story about getting the nursery and the house all sorted, like, you know,
baby-proof
nesting and everything like that. Because we were talking about nesting last week.
From what I'm hearing here today, the women do all that preparation, and Catherine does it. So, we'll have to get Sarah into that.
And you paint. You can paint, can't you? You can paint.
I suppose I can paint if I have to.
Yeah.
I don't painting a picture, is it?
No, painting the room, painting the walls.
You'd be great for painting for that.
He'd be great for painting the ceilings.
Yeah, that's what men are good at: painting the ceilings, painting the walls, and hanging the wallpaper.
No, I couldn't. I have a dodgy back. I couldn't do
really?
that. Yeah, I have a
Oh, would you stop? Here, I have a dodgy back, and look what I do. So there you go.
What you do.
That's like having the male flu. Would you stop? Of course you will. It's not all you do is move your arm up and down.
I
with
suppose
the bush,
we could do like
roller.
Michelangelo did, make some sort of a contraption where I could be.
Yeah, it's called a ladder now. It's a ladder, and you step on it, and you go woohoo.
You can actually get one of them long rollers, can't you?
Yeah,
well,
extendable
roller sounds like something that sounds
You
feasible.
can get one of them.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it sounds dangerous though.
Oh my God, typical man.
No.
Oh my God.
It sounds messy.
You're like one of these that sits back there and goes, oh, that needs to be changed. Can you change that for me? I just don't feel no, it's
Do you remember the snapper?
The snapper.
Yeah. He was going around the garden saying, "Geez, we need to really prune that rose bush." As his wife was pruning the rose bush. Oh, you missed a bit there. Yeah, that's me actually.
That's like, remember in
somebody needs to supervise in these situations.
Yeah, but you remember,
I definitely think men need to be supervised when it comes to the decor DIY because
that's like Onslow and
Catherine said.
Sits there, press that, and he's only a foot away from.
We all have to specialise in our areas. You need supervisors and then people who actually do the design work.
You'd be the supervisor now, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
at my house,
I'll make the tea.
Men see colours and everything different. Like we see like 50 Shades of Cream, whereas a man just sees white.
50 Shades of Grey.
I was going to say that.
So like,
this is what I was saying to you at the beginning. How's the guy and the girl going to resolve their different design?
The guy should just
agree to everything.
Yeah, compromise by. I do look at couple. I actually love if I am going around like IKEA or something, and I look at the couples because I always go on my own. I have my trolley because I know what I'm getting. I know what I'm picking. The only time I need a man is to help me put it into the car. And I look at couples and they do be almost like arguing with each other because of what to pick. Don't argue in IKEA. There's no need. Life's too short. You just pick what you're getting and let him get it. And that's it. Yeah.
Fair, Sarah and I don't think we've ever had an argument, and we have
Really?
We've
never?
had on something like that, Well, we had very few arguments anyway, but in terms of where should a picture go or what colour should something be and stuff like that, I just don't think it's that important.
Yeah. I have seen people nearly killing each other in like woodies of a Saturday with colour charts, and I'm like,
and I would just trust Sarah anyway. She's got good taste,
Yeah.
So then that's what you want. It's nothing like God. Do you know what would be your pet hate
in the house?
Anywhere, anything to do with DIY. What would be your pet hate?
Can I tell you my real big pet hate? Right.
Yeah.
And it is funny, but it boils my blood. So in my bathroom, I have this little floral heart-shaped hanging thing, right? And he uses it as a toilet roll holder. I'm like, that's not a toilet roll holder, that's a piece of decor. So it's like a floral little thing that I sit on top of the toilet, and he puts the loo roll in it. And I'm like, the loo roll is for the pretty little loo roll holder, not for putting in my shabby chic lavender heart. So little things like that when people, or do you know what? I'm going to make myself sound like really OCD. I'm not. But I have good towels in the house. And then
everybody does that now. You're okay.
No, not everybody. Women do that.
When someone uses your good towel, when you've left out another towel for them, that
Sorry, folks, not everybody. No. In my experience, women have an issue with where towels are, and men don't have such a big issue with it.
Yeah, little things like that with decor. Yeah, when people,
Now, I'm talking about a sample of one. I'm talking about my own relationship, But I don't have an issue with it.
Men, right? They don't put the toilet roll on the holder.
There's a fairy who does that.
Take it out, pull it off, stick it on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Take the old one off, throw it in the bin.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Toothpaste
Doesn't
lids.
seem too challenging.
Toothpaste lids.
Toothpaste lids, and then, oh God. Yeah, and... You know, using teacups that are not to be used. You know what I mean? Like...
What? What's that?
Using the teacups, then you have them separate.
Yeah, I have like display ones that are separate. They're ones I collect, and I love collecting them. And then, like, I have dirty old builder's mugs in the press for everyone else.
For your fella.
We have a running issue in my house about dirty old builders cups, because eventually every teacup becomes like a dirty old builder's teacup, whatever that's supposed to be.
Nice
and I don't have an issue with like that. I kind of like that sort of dirty old builder's type of look,
normal.
Yeah.
Whereas Sarah wants to descale them.
She's got the bleach out and everything.
Exactly,
oh well, that's well, I mean,
I like that look. That's shabby, dirty old builder's look.
That's dirty builder.
No, don't think.
What's
Are you
wrong with it?
serious?
It's a look, isn't it?
Yeah, you know what? This is. You know what? I'm getting shock here. Like, you know, to look at you, Brian. You know, he likes everything nice and tight. This is the impression, you know. See, this is the perceptions where perceptions are wrong. Like to look at you, you think, yes, everything nice and tidy and neat and everything going well and everything clean and everything. And it's a totally different side of you, Brian.
I am generally like that, but I don't.
You want a dirty builder's cup?
I don't necessarily need my teacups descaled on a monthly basis.
I do have a dirty mug that you would be shocked if you did see it, because all my other stuff is all floral, tidy and cute. But like I do have a cup I use every day, and I literally just rinse it. I don't even properly wash it. The thing's probably, and it's literally like a
with
a
mug. Frying pan, for example, people say don't wash it and don't use liquid and stuff like that, because it picks up the kind of the residue of food and a taste. And
is that why things taste better?
I never put bleach near there.
That's exactly why it is.
If you have a good pan and stuff and good pots, you don't have to, be putting bleach near them. I'd never put bleach near me pots and pans anyway. You'd be tasting. It's like putting it in the oven and you'd be smelling it.
Exactly.
You know. But another pet hate, before we go to our news. You know when you go into a house and you see pictures and they're nearly hitting the ceiling. Oh no.
Yeah, there should be a guide for hanging things and where to hang things, and I actually have to say I love going into people's houses. I am so nosy, and actually when I was how do you say, shopping for a house, viewing houses, when I was going to buy one, I loved just going to view people's houses. And I almost
show houses.
Show houses are perfect, but see when you just go into someone's house and just seeing where they have things, and I'd be wanting to like rummage in their house and like resist the urge. I love it.
Well, listen, Catherine, thanks a million.
Thanks so much.
We're going to continue this at some other stage. All right?
Yes,
we're going to go to the news.